everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest IX! Probably the most obvious change is the new video layout. Might go through some more minor tweaks and everything, but this is my first time doing something like this, and I think it's actually going to be extremely useful in this game because seeing both screens at the time is really kind of helpful, especially in battles. It's too much of a pain in the ass in editing to go back and forth. Special thanks to SuperJeenius and PurpleRodri who kind of helped me out getting everything just right. And in other news, my cat is playing with something she should not be playing, but whatever at the moment. We have gained 2 levels for everybody. And we have learned some new spells. We now have the Whoosh spell for our main character, which hits all enemies for a moderate amount of wind damage. We might have learned it before the end of the last episode, but we have Bang for Josh, which gives explosion damage to all enemies, which is pretty cool. And we have Cock-a-doodle-doo for Jake, which wakes characters up that are sleeping. And we have skill points to spend as well. Level 13 does not grant any, as far as I know. So we get more of a sword skill. Fortunately, no new abilities yet from that. But John becomes more likely to have critical hits, which is totally awesome. It's not like that big of a boost or anything like that, but it's certainly helpful. And Josh gets 20 magical might, which is very helpful. And Jake is going to learn cattle prod, which deals more damage to beast-type enemies, I believe. But anyway, now we're heading off, going north where the bird went, even though it's northwest, to a new area, which is going to be totally awesome. Now, obviously, this is where I spent most of my time leveling. There's a few new enemies here, but there's also some old ones, like the brownies are still here and whatnot, like right there. There's purple pits of poisonous puke everywhere. One thing, toward the upper right, there is a spot that spawns Minky Mud. And will not show off this enemy. We're just gonna kick his butt with no melee attacks. Hey, you're not allowed to get first turn. Yeah, Josh sucks at melee attacking. But I knew I was gonna kill this guy on the first turn anyway, so no point in wasting MP. And also, stop yawning. It does involve going around a little bit. That corner away in the top left spawns a mini medal. Now these little blue guys here are the Vulcan Fletchers or something like that they're called, and they can actually summon backup. I think this is the first enemy to actually do so, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But anyway, enemies that call for backup can get real annoying real fast. There's some enemies that do it later, so the longer the battle goes on, the more they can summon. And they can summon a lot. Like, eventually, they'll just, like, go through the whole alphabet. I've never gotten that far, but I've known people who have. But anyway, our target is this big black splotch in the middle, which is right here. Did you have to add the lighting for dramatic effect? Why do areas of this game do this? With, like, decrepit areas like this, there's always some kind of storm or some other gloomy weather pattern going over it, for no adequately explored reason. And apparently the White Knight is here. Did we follow him, or did he follow us? Who cares? And he's gonna run off to find his woman. anyway, we have more new enemies here, and obviously this place is old and ancient. Yeah, the whole thing is like torn apart and everything. But there's little spots in here you can go inside, which is pretty cool. We have a locked door, which sucks. Yay! We have, of course, more new enemies, which I am for the most part going to avoid because they end up taking too much time in the video. But whenever I run it, I'm gonna just show off. Actually, you know what? Let's show off Wish. Actually, oh, Wish attacks groups of enemies. Okay. There we go. Before, when I used it in battle, it did all. But anyway, some spells will attack all enemies, and some will only attack a group. Like, obviously, you can see here, both these Lyrilods is considered a group. Groups need to have at least 2 of the same enemy, and they must be next to each other. However, just because the 2 enemies are the same next to each other does not necessarily mean they're always part of the same group. That's just one of the prerequisites to even become a group. So, the Lunatic and a Lyrilot will never be in the same group together. So, it's kind of odd that some spells attack groups and some attack all, but no, I don't want to attack. I want to do Bang. Yeah, see, Bang is going to attack everybody. That's one of the ones that attacks all. See, that did crappy damage because this character doesn't have very good magical might. Well, that and they might be resistant to wind as well. Yeah, these guys with the shields, there's several incarnations of them throughout the game, like most enemies, and they have shields and they can block and defend with them. That was a shield skill he just used. They can get mildly annoying, but they're not too much of a problem. My cat is playing with everything she possibly can right now. Anyway, we can't progress any further through here. But we will be going to the other side of that area. Being able to see the map, well, for you guys, is probably helpful so you guys can see where I'm going. And a little herb. Hey! Well, he came out of nowhere. The blinksters, haha, because you're not winksters at all. Well, that was an easy kill. And a waste of 5 MP. Okay, those guys are a little weak. Then again, I am maybe slightly over-leveled for this part. And we have more purple poisonous puke everywhere. And now we're in a different part of this little basement 1. Let's see, we can't go anywhere here either. Yeah, see, there's several little areas like this, and you have to maneuver your way around everywhere. See, I find it funny that there's no roof. Yet, there's, plenty of regular structure still completely intact. Yeah, okay, see, I can't go around the outside because this is the only way, and actually, no, there we go. Is there anything of interest out here? Oh my god, an actual roof! We have more leather shoes. Oh yes, what I was mentioning in, and actually no, I already did mention it, never mind. Alright. So let's go up this side. Oh my god, stop yawning, you idiot! It's locked from the other side! Yeah, there's several sort of these, locks throughout the game. Mostly in many dungeons. Where once you unlock it from the appropriate side, it kind of serves as a shortcut. Now these clouds do have decent evade, but they have very little HP. Yay, we absorbed some MP, wow. We can get other ones later that will absorb more MP, but since attacking with your melee stick isn't really useful unless you're low on MP and purposely trying to do that, then yeah. Alright. Alright, so now we have to find another way around. Well, there's a door here. A barrel. And a staircase that leads to nowhere. No, just kidding. It leads to a red chest up here. With a trailblazing bandana. What a name. That is going to Jake because it adds magical mending. Oh yeah, he's a badass gangster now. You know, I can't remember the life of me how the hell to get around this place, but we'll figure it out. How did I not get hit by the purple poisonous puke? That grave is important for a post-game quest. Oh, that was not fair. Oh, I regret not talking about in that video, in most of the battle here. There was a couple other enemies, but now we can show off our little finisher. That's just what I'm gonna call it. I'm not gonna. I know some of you told me how to pronounce it. I am terrible at pronouncing words I am not used to. Jedi gymnastics. Yeah, and it makes us be able to evade and counter. Not really that particularly useful unless it's in a boss fight. Now, do I already have a wizard staff on Josh, or do I have the oak staff? Well, it's actually better. Okay, that is pretty awesome. Alright, so you get a fancy new staff, Josh, aren't you proud? Oh, come on! That was the same encounter I had before, in the same spot. I didn't even get to move it, jerks. Alright, so that was my fault. Alright, we have a battle with heal slimes here. If you have heal slimes, take them out first because they can cast heal and basically just negate anything you just did for the attacks. They don't have very much HP, but it is to your advantage to take them out first. Hooray! Alright, so I can't remember how the hell I get up there. Think. Yes, we can't go out this door right here. Okay, I am a moron. And I missed this completely obvious hole here. Which is how we progress further in this dungeon. This is how we get across to the other side here. Random song stuck in my head. I am not going to sing because I sound like a retard when I sing. And don't miss these few red chests down here. We get a pair of clogs and a mini medal. We still have not found the use for these mysterious mini medals, but we will eventually get out of the doorway. Oh, I hate when enemies do this. Yeah, one thing you can do, as long as you're in the menu here, the enemies will still move. And you can use that to your advantage, and they can walk right through you. However, if they've already spotted you, even if you pause right before the battle starts, it doesn't help. Oh, I scored 2 critical hits in that battle, which is awesome. Smashing the pots. Yeah, the roof is caved in, but the pots are still intact. Explain that one. But now we can raid the still intact underwear drawer, which has a set of wafers closed in it. Wow. Alright, let's see what those do. They give defense. Who needs it more? Look at the John. Oh, doesn't he look dapper? Ah, stupid lunatics. Alright, where was I going? Over here. To this staircase that we could not reach before. And it's somebody's bedroom, which is surrounded by purple poisonous puke. Oh, we have a pair of boxer shorts! Oh, beautiful! I'll give him to Jake because he... Well, actually, he got a new, bandana in this episode. Ah! I can't run! Oh, I'm sorry for so many encounters in this episode. Holy crap. Alright, so let's... No, we don't want to go downstairs. We want to go upstairs, you moron. And now, this is that door we saw earlier. And now the door is unlocked, we can use this as a shortcut to get back over here. And Jake's spear is going through the scenery. You'll see that happening a lot. But now... I know you couldn't go down there, I'm just showing you that. Yeah, funny thing about those clouds is they actually can cast frizz. Yeah, explain that one. Okay, we opened the door to go down the staircase. Okay. And we can go further downstairs to what looks like somebody's study. And we get a gold bracer. Who do we want to give that to? He's got the crappiest defense. And we'll give that to Josh. It's not really doing much for us, but hey, any equipment is better than none. It's a nice pretty bed here. Apparently somebody's bedroom has a picture on the wall. Ooh, there's a letter! We just got a letter. What? I wonder what that letter was from. Or who. Whatever, you know what I mean. We cannot go to the left here because there is a giant hole in the ground, and as we all know, RPGs cannot jump unless it is explicit for us to do so. I thought there was a book somewhere around here that I wanted to read. And I can't remember where it is. Yeah, this leads out into the nothingness. And this is just going to bring us over to the left side, in which there is nothing. What is that book I wanted to read? Anyway, going forward is actually where we want to go, but one thing I want to do, I don't know if you can see it, just on the corner there, there's someone waiting for us, over there, way in the corner, you can barely see it. We're not ready for that just yet. One thing I'm going to do is... I'm going to evac to get out of here. And then, just for the sake of doing it, even though I can walk back there, I'm going to Chimera Wing back to Zier. Now, I don't understand why Zier is in front of Stormway, because you visit Stormway first. And if you do it well inside, you're going to bang your head on the ceiling. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heal up at the church and save my game. I did this all the time in my console file, and basically, you know, just skip all the monsters on the way back and take the shortcut to get back to where we were quicker. That's why they have said shortcuts, because they pretty much expect you to go back and heal and save before you finish. But that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll get to the bottom of this Brigadoon mess. And hopefully we can help the White Knight, acquire what he's looking for. You know, where's Mono? What happened to her? You know, he's kind of undead, so, you know, can we let him rest in peace finally? I don't know. You shall have to find out later!